Hi, I am Atanu. In this tutorial, you learn Class 9 Mathematics first chapter as per the NCERT syllabus number system. Under this number system, this is the first video about the types of the number. So let's learn the different types of the number. So in this diagram, we can represent the all number types. Okay. First we learn the natural number. So what is natural number? Natural number is actually denoted by n. Okay. The natural number is actually the all counting numbers. It is a set of the all counting number from 1, 2, 3 and so on. Clear? So natural number can be represented in this diagram here. This is the natural number. Clear? This is the natural number. Okay. Next we learn the whole number. The whole number is represented by the W. So whole number is actually the set of the natural number include 0. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, and so on. Clear? So whole number represent this circle. Okay. Outside this natural number circle. Okay. Next is integer. Integer is represented by Z. Okay. And it is the set of the all positive and negative whole number. Clear? Include 0. So 0 plus minus 1 plus minus 2 plus minus 3 plus minus 4 and so on. Okay. So Z is represent here. Z is represent here. Okay. Inside this circle. So what that mean of this circle representation? That is, if I consider Z, means Z also include the W and N. It also include the W and N. Why? Because this circle area cover the all inside circle area. Clear? So if I told you, is the 2 and 3 is the integer or the integer? Yes. It is the integer as well as the whole number also. Clear? Next is the rational number. So rational number is represented by the Q. So the general representation of the rational number is actually P by Q form, where P and Q are the integer and P and Q also having the only one common factor, means that they are also co-prime also. Clear? And also Q not equal to 0. Q not equal to 0. Clear? So what are those rational numbers? The rational numbers are the all integers include all integer include. So you can say the plus minus 4 it is also rational number, 0 also rational number, because all this number can represent by P by Q form. 0.4 minus 0.5. Clear? So this is also a rational number, means 0.6666 we can represent as 6.6 bar. This is repeating non-terminating decimal, that is also the rational number. So in this green circle represent the all rational number. Clear? So what are those irrational number? Irrational number that cannot be represented by the P by Q form, right? And it is represented by the P. Clear? So this is the irrational number. So what are those irrational number? The pi is actually the irrational number. Root 2. So these are the root 5. These are the all irrational number, that cannot be represented because root 2 is actually non-terminating, non-repeating decimal. Okay, and it cannot be represented as the p by q form. Clear? So these are the all irrational number. And next is actually the real number. Okay, so what are those real number? Real number is actually the include the all rational number and the irrational number. Clear? And it is represent as the p. Okay, represent as the p. This is the real number. Okay, so what are those real number? The real number is actually the include the all rational number and the irrational number. Okay, all rational number and irrational number. So real number is represented by the r. Okay, and in this outside circle is actually the represented by the r. Okay, clear? This outside black circle, inside this black circle, whatever numbers or types of the numbers are there, that's include the real number. Okay, so real numbers are the actually it is the sum of the all rational number and the irrational number. Here means this whatever number till now we learn from beginning, they are called the real number. It means all natural number, whole number, integer, rational number, irrational number, these are the all real number. Then we learn, although it is not covered in your syllabus, the imaginary number. What are those imaginary number? Look, the imaginary number can be represented as just a minute, and root 1 root minus 1, that is the imaginary number, and it is represented by the iota. Okay, these are the all imaginary number. Means if I say ai, this is also a imaginary number. Clear? Okay, I plus b, and here it is ai or I. This, so there are two parts, that is pure imaginary number, that is only imaginary number, means multiple of the imaginary number iota, and the imaginary number is ai plus b, and this ai plus b, where a and b are the real number. Okay, so imaginary number is actually the pure their imaginary number is actually the multiple of the imaginary iota, or the sum of real and imaginary number. And pure imaginary number is actually the here pure only the iota, means the imaginary number or multiple of the imaginary number. There is no real part of sum is there. But when we consider the complex number, another number system is complex number, it is represented by the c. That is complex number having the two part, that is a is the real part. Okay, and bi, that is the imaginary part. Okay, when this combination of the real and imaginary numbers are there, it is called the complex number. And here this entire square is represent the complex number. Clear? Done? Okay, now the real number is further classified at the different numbers. So we learn one by one. Okay, first we learn what are the odd numbers. Odd numbers actually the numbers that are not divisible by 2. For example, 3, 5, 7. So if unit place of this number is like this, for example 2, 8, 4, again it is 9. So 9 also not divisible by 2. So 2, 8, 4, 9 also not divisible by 2. So this is the odd number. So unit place number is actually the If it is not divisible by 2, then we can say that the entire number is not divisible by 2 and it is the odd numbers. And what are those even number? Even number is actually those number that is divisible by 2. Okay. For example, since 0 also divisible by 2, then you can say 0 also even number. Then 2, 4, 6, 8, and also if I told you that number, the unit digit is actually the even, then also it is a even number. For example, 5, 6, 2. 5, 6, 2 also a even number. Clear? What are those prime number? Prime number are those numbers that is not divisible by any other number except 1 and number itself. What that mean? We consider a number that is for example 2. 2 is not divisible by any other number other than 1 and 2. Then if I consider 3, it is also not divisible by any other number other than 1 and 3. Okay, means only two factors are there. Okay, a more example is actually 19, 17. Okay, so better you have to remember from prime number from 1 to 100, and just I make one short video on this. You can how easily you can remember from 1 to 100 what are those prime number. Okay, sorry. Next, what are those composite number? Composite number is actually those number that numbers is having the more than two factors, means the prime other than the prime numbers are the composite number. For example, if I told you 6 is actually divisible by 2 and 3, so it is a composite number. If I told you 10 also a composite number. Correct? So uh, if I told you if the number is divisible by means more than two factors, means the number for example I just explain to you for the 10 actually divisible by 1, 2, 5 and 10. Okay, 1, 2. So that there are more than two factors, so these extra factors are there other than the prime number. So that is the reason actually for the prime number, what was the condition was it was only if the number is divisible by only 1 at that number. But here another two factors are there which can be divisible, which can divide the 10. Correct? But which are the factor of 10. Okay, so that is the reason 10 is a composite number. Hope it is clear. Next we learn the co-prime numbers. Co-prime numbers, actually the sound it is a prime number, but actually not. The co-prime numbers actually the combination of the two numbers that having the only one factors, only one factor, 1, not other than that. If I told you 2 and 3, it is a pair of the numbers. It is a pair of the numbers which having the only one factors. Similarly, if I told you 5 and 7, because if there is no any other number other than 1, it is divisible both 5 and 7. Correct? So that is the reason they are the prime number, co-prime number. But if I told you again for example 10 and 11, here the 11 actually the prime number. Okay, 11 is the prime number, but 10 is not the prime number, but the pair is actually the co-prime number because no common factors are there for this pair of this number. Clear? Next we learn the twin prime numbers. Twin prime numbers actually the conjugate conjugate prime numbers that having the only means the difference are 2. For example, if I told you 5 and 7, these are the twin prime numbers. Why? Because the 7 minus 5 is actually the 2. So both these 7 and 5 are the prime number, as well as it is difference by 2. That is the reason they are the twin prime numbers. Clear? Next is the perfect number. What are those perfect number? Perfect number is actually those number that having the numbers which composite only its factor. What that mean? If I told you 6 can be further means factorize at what? 1 into 2 into 3. Clear? So these all are the unique. These are the unique. Okay. So that is the reason, means other than 6, other than number itself, if we multiply, we get the value, as well as if we sum also, you get the value. 1 plus 2 plus 3, we get the value. So this condition should be satisfied for the perfect numbers. So perfect numbers actually their factors are the unique. Okay. But if I told you is the for example 15 is a perfect square, let's check it. 15 is a perfect square or not. So if we factorize the 15, we get 3 and 5. Yes, it is also factors, perfect numbers. This is a perfect number. Yes. If I told you 16 also correct. If I told you 20, uh, let's give you another example. If I told you let's consider 18. So if we factorize, prime factorization, we get 9 and another 3. So there are the 2 3s are there. So it is not the unique, because we get the value 18 as 2 into 3 into 3. So 3 repeat 2 times. So it is not the unique value. So the all perfect should be the unit after during the multiplication. Okay, clear? Another 1 also, 1 multiply here. Clear? So this is not a perfect numbers. Hope it is clear. Next is the equivalent fraction. So what are those equivalent fraction? Equivalent fraction means the numbers, the all fraction numbers which having the denominator same. For example, if I told you 3 by 4, this fraction number is equivalent to 6 by 12. 6 by not 12, sorry, 6 by, we multiply both numerator denominator, we get 6 and 8. Okay, 6 and 8, 6 by 8. So 6 by 8 is equivalent to 3 by 4. Why? Because the fraction value is same. Okay, we get the n number of equivalent fraction of any number. Then proper fraction. What are those proper fraction? Proper fraction is if the fraction value in the fraction numbers, if the denominator is less than denominator is larger than the numerator. For example, 3 by 4, here the 4 is larger than 3. 4 is larger than 3. 4 is larger than 3. That is the reason it is a proper fraction. Another example is if I told you 5 by 18. So here also 18 is larger than 5. So these are the proper. So what are those improper fraction? Improper fraction is actually if I consider 4 by 3, it is improper fraction. Why? Because the numerator is greater than denominator, means numerator is greater than denominator. Okay, clear? Okay, next is in here also the denominator is greater than numerator. Clear? For the proper fraction. Clear? Next is the mixed fraction. Mixed fraction is actually if I convert the improper fraction. So if I convert the improper fraction 4 by 3, we can write as 1 to the power 1 by 3. So this number actually the two part, one is the whole part, another is the fraction part. Another is the fraction part. Sorry, another is the fraction part. Clear? So this number is actually this number is called the mixed fraction. Clear? Then the equivalent decimal numbers. What are those equivalent decimal numbers? Suppose different numbers given, decimal number given, for example 0.2, and another is given 0.305. These are the not the equivalent decimal. We can convert these two numbers as a decimal equivalent decimal by this. After decimal you have to consider the same decimal, means decimal places. Okay, 305. So after decimal there is a 3 place there. Here also 3 place already there. Already it was there. Clear? So now these two fraction is the two decimal numbers, you can say the equivalent decimal number. Now we'll learn the different type of the decimal number also. First is the terminating decimal number. So what are those terminating decimal number? So number which are terminating at the decimal point. For example, if I told you uh, 2 by 5, 2 by 5, so 2 by 5 can be represented as 0.4. Okay, 0.4, correct? So this is terminating means after decimal, so further division is not required. Okay, clear? So these are the all terminating decimal. If I told you another example, why it is also a terminating decimal is all of the rational number. Clear? So if I told you 0.285, 0.285, it is also a terminating decimal. Correct? Done. Now we learn the repeating non-terminating decimal number. So I give you one example. Repeating non-terminating decimal means uh, if I convert this fraction into the decimal value, we get what? We get, let's check it, 1 divided by 7. Sorry, 1 divided by 7. We get 0 0.14 2857, 142857, 0.142857, 142857. Again it is 142857. Now look at this number and continue. So non-terminating means it will the continue. There will be no end of the division. So but the number is repeating, the decimal number repeating after 3 4 5 3 6 decimal point. 142857, again it is 142857. So another example is 1 divided by 9. If I do the 1 divided by 9, we get like this. So if I consider 1 by 9, this is also 1 1 1 1, just like that, continue. Correct? So these are these number, it can be represented as like this, 1 4 1 4 2 8 5 1 4 2 8 5 7 5 7. That's bar sign. Okay, and this is a rational number. This number is actually the rational number. Correct? So again it can be represented as 0.1 bar. Clear? Non-repeating non-terminating decimal number. So for example, if I told you √2, okay, √2, what value we get? We get 2 root. We get just a minute, uh, √2, 2 root, we get the value as the 1.41421356 and continue. So here look, look at this decimal, there is no repetition, and no repetition, and also not terminating anywhere. Okay, the division will be continue. That is the reason this kind of the number, another also the root 5. Okay, these are the all are the irrational number. Means this number cannot be converted into the p by q form. Correct? It is okay. Next is let's check any other number. No, this much the number is completed. If anything missing, comments below, I will just cover it in the next video. So please just must watch the entire video for the basic understanding of the different types of the number, because this is the class 9 beginning of the mathematics. So you should have clear idea about the type of the numbers, and also please subscribe this channel for, and if anything you want to know more, you just comments, and also you can connect with me in the WhatsApp and Telegram channel. I have also the online classes for the doubt clearance and also for advanced level training. Okay, see you. Thank you very much.